The brand new Michael Jackson biopic titled Michael has just hit theaters this past weekend, and I'm excited to talk about it. The film was directed by Antoine Fuqua and stars Jafar Jackson as his real-life uncle Michael Jackson. Coleman Domingo as Joe Jackson. Nia Long plays his mom, Catherine Jackson, and honestly, that's pretty much all that really matters. Miles Teller's in it, but like he doesn't really do much. The movie is off to a great start in terms of box office. Over $200 million made in its first weekend, making it the most successful opening for a music biopic of all time. The critics have destroyed this film so far for a few reasons that I honestly think are unfair. A lot of people wanted more in the film in regards to certain allegations, painkiller addictions, and things like that. But those aren't the issues that I have with the film. I'm honestly fine with the story that they attempted to extract from this portion of Michael Jackson's life. I just think that what we got was extremely surface level, even for a 2 hour movie, but we'll get into it. So without further ado, my name is Dame. Now let's talk about it. Dame said that. I want to start by saying I'm a big fan of Michael Jackson. As someone who's 26,
Damn! I'm sorry.
I didn't live with Michael Jackson's greatest hits or anything like that during the time, but my intro to Michael Jackson was actually the Michael Jackson video game. So seeing Michael Jackson brought to life in such an accurate way was super impressive, and I just found myself smiling at the screen for the majority of the runtime. Obviously, we start with young Michael and his Jackson 5 days, and I just want to give a shout out to the young Michael actor. He was a famous kid, #1 records, but the stuff in the background with the treatment from his father and always feeling like a kid, always feeling lonely, not having many friends. I think he brings this section of Michael Jackson to life very well. Coleman Domingo plays an incredible Joe Jackson, and you can feel his presence in every scene. He has an uncanny ability to make every scene that he's in feel tense, and you can feel that everyone that's sharing the screen with him either fears him or is fearful of dealing with him. Though the portrayal is great, I thought this movie went pretty light on Joe Jackson. Don't get me wrong, he's clearly the villain in the film, and the entire film is about the stranglehold that he had over Michael Jackson's career. But everything that we get for the most part is surface level. No, I don't want to see Coleman Domingo whipping a kid in a movie with a switch, but I just wanted to see a little bit more in terms of his relationship with Michael and how tumultuous it was. And that's my main issue with the film. I think it's made very well, but it just didn't dive deep enough into the story that it was trying to tell. Making a 2 hour movie covering the most iconic figure we've ever known and some of the most iconic music we've ever gotten is an impossible task. But it's made even more impossible when 30 minutes of that is spent on recreating his iconic performances. But on the other hand, I can't hold the performance against the film too much because it's great. It truly is very stunning. Jafar Jackson is able to mimic Michael Jackson in a way that I didn't think was possible. The movements, the voice, the dancing, the mannerisms, it's all done very well from Jafar. He recreates legendary performances flawlessly. Thriller, Bad, Beat It, all of it. He just absolutely smokes it. While I was killing the story for being surface level, I can't say I didn't learn anything about Michael Jackson at all. I didn't know he lived at home for as long as he did. Throughout the creation of Off the Wall and the creation of Thriller, I didn't know he was just going home after those sessions. I may be showing my age here, but I didn't know that Jackson 5 was signed to Motown. I had no idea.
Damn! Nigga don't know nothing.
I also didn't know how long Joe Jackson was around as manager for not just Michael, but the group as a whole. So while you may hear that the film has no story at all, it does, but I just think that what they give us is pretty surface level, and this movie could have easily been about 3 hours, and everyone would have stayed for it. It's a neatly produced film with nice sets and designs. They capture the time periods that we're in very well. I just wish we dove deeper into Michael's personal relationships, creative processes, feuds with labels and executive, more with Quincy Jones and the creation with Off the Wall and Thriller. More of that stuff is what I was looking for and hoping for in the movie, not the allegations and things to paint Michael Jackson in a negative light. We understand that human beings aren't perfect, but it's his brothers and sisters who are involved with the creation of this film. Obviously, they're going to portray Michael in a very positive light. The pacing of the story is kind of all over the place, and the movie takes us very quickly through these certain time periods, and oftentimes it leaves you just wanting more from what you're seeing. Nia Long does a phenomenal job as Catherine Jackson. She does a lot of acting with her face in this movie. It's not always in the lines, but in the facial expressions that she's giving off. She communicates those very well throughout the film. Nia Long is a legendary actress who did a wonderful job. Overall, I would give this movie a 7 out of 10. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10 in my out of theater reactions. I sat with it for a while and it made me realize the things about the movie that I didn't like are because of the abundance of what we were getting. It's not because it was bad. I love the performances. He does a phenomenal job, and it's Michael Jackson music, so who doesn't want to hear it? It's just that I just thought it took up too much of the runtime and took away from the story that they were trying to tell. That's pretty much my only critique. Of course, I can nitpick small things here and there. The CGI bubbles didn't really look good at all. His siblings are widely underused in the film. And you're just left feeling that a lot was left on the table with this movie. But it's a great theater experience and it celebrates one of our greatest icons. So everyone should definitely see this movie, run the numbers up, and I truly hope we get a sequel. So overall, those are my thoughts on the Michael movie. Comment below what you thought of the film or what you think about my thoughts of the film. And as always, Dame said that.